today on EA Sports. It's Week 15 of the NFL on EA Sports. Houston Texans taking on the Baltimore Ravens.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today we reach Week 15 and we've got a good matchup in store between the Baltimore Ravens and the Houston Texans. Again, everyone, with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we look at this Texan ball club entering play here. They have certainly got it rolling of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And it's simple. The more you win in the regular season, the more likely you play at home in the postseason, and that can take you deep into January.
And we are underway from Houston. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. So here come the Ravens with their first look on offense. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw 1 touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
And they'll run the option to start the drive. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Justin Fields, 75 yards. And the Ravens are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. 1 play, 75 yards, 6 points. Taken in at the 3. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
And if you go by the numbers, he's had a Pro Bowl-type season. And maybe that's even selling him a little bit short. He's the NFL leader in touchdown passes to this point in the year. And with the end of the season not too far away, he's got his guys playing at a very high level.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Flushed out right. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. Looking to throw. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 27-yard line. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Sliding out of the pocket. DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Caught on the slant. Touchdown. Zach Ertz. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Texans are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Tucker with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. That time a 6-play drive. And it ends with a Zach Ertz touchdown. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Fields going to keep it once more. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. So not his arm, but hurting him with his legs. A gain of 19 on the keeper and a first down.
Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep.
And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time.
On second down, a run with Gibson.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down.
Here's Fields. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
6 yards there on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
Now a first carry for the brother of Dalvin. It's James Cook.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields.
Able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 37. These two teams all tied after one.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Here's Gibson on the read option.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
Here's Fields.
Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got him. And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29.
Field goal coming from Younghoe Koo.
From the left hash, this from 46.
Koo knocks this one through the post.
And they take the lead here now at 10-7.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
So now we get set to see Houston for their 2nd drive of the ball game.
And they, on paper, Charles, no doubt they have the edge in this one. They are sitting with the AFC elite, and on the other side, they're down toward the bottom of the AFC. But you know what they say, especially at this point in the season, watch out for a trap game.
And in doing so, I would take my game plan and condense it. I would rely on my fundamentals, the fact that my players are probably just better, and not try and do too much, do just enough to win the game. And on the other side of the field, I'm doing everything. Every trick play I can think of, every different formation, you name it, I'm throwing it at them in order to try and get the upset win.
Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And incomplete on the deep ball. The Texans at 11-2 now, and they have certainly got it rolling as of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And I think this is where, as a head coach, you show your team some trust. Instead of just talking about winning, the very next game, you point out to them, we're on a nice run here. And if we keep doing this, we'll be playing at home in the postseason. And we know that could ride us all the way to the Super Bowl if we get that done.
Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. 8 yards to go on second down. They'll look to throw again. Steps away. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Elijah Molden. And the Ravens are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. Call it a loss of 12 that time. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. On 3rd down, here's Gibson. And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. The Ravens send their punter out now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. That's pulled in at the 32. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Working with a 2nd and 3. On play action, they'll throw. Out to his left. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. Tucker's kick is good, and that will knot us up at 10. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Open man here is Conklin. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Throwing again on 2nd down. Fields. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. To throw is Fields. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. T.J. Watt in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. Throwing on 2nd and long. Fields. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. They need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. 3rd and long. It's Fields. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. This is taken at the 10. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
A feather in the cap for the defender, picking off one of the league's better quarterbacks so far this season, and add another feather in the cap for the coaches, too. Excellent game plan, and they had their guys at where.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Michael Gallup in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Ravens have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that makes it a 17-10 score. A nice, tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play.
They'll throw now on the final play. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Okay, Brandon, time for a sprint to the finish, as it's time to get you caught up with what's happening around the NFL here in a pivotal Week 15. We'll get started over at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Jared Goff leading the way there as the win gets his guys back to 500 on the year. Next, we'll stay in the NFC South as we head back here to Florida, check on the Bucs at home in Tampa, and they trail in their ball game at halftime to the visiting Carolina Panthers. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, 2 touchdown catches in that first half alone. Lastly, let's get out to Jacksonville, see what's happening with the Jaguars at TIAA Bank Field. And they were victorious in that one over the visiting Indianapolis Colts. Kenny Pickett, strong in the victory, as his guys managed to cobble together their 3rd win in an otherwise dismal campaign. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team has been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the second half? To find out, we give it back to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This one fielded at the 5. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
Now he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. Now back to throw. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And the Texans are going to have it here at their own 15. Trying to cover Cooper there a little too closely.
And he's such a tough cover because he runs his route so well. Hard to stay with him and hard to figure out exactly where the break points are. And in this case, he created another pass interference call.
On the move to his left. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down. They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And oh, it'll be intercepted. And the Ravens are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Gibson again. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. The Ravens send their punter out now as he's on here to punt it away. And it's taken in at the 9. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first. He'll look to throw. Throw out right, taken in by Patterson. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Third quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And he's got it inside the 10. Touchdown, Houston. Odell Beckham, 49 yards. And the Texans have taken the lead here in the final seconds of the third quarter. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 31, Fields. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. First target, first catch, and a first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
A really nice effort that time. 12 yards on the keeper, picking up the first. Now it's Fields. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and it'll be second down. Straight ahead, Gibson. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Fields. Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. T.J. Watt picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. The Ravens send their punter out now. He's been terrific so far. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. They were looking for a little spark and some breathing room. They got it right there, a gain of 14 and a first down. They'll set up to throw. Rolling to his left. He's got his receiver, Cooper. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 25 yards that time. They'll set up a throw. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time. And it's second down.
It's been a nice day for him as a passer and as a runner. One of the few mistakes he's made in this ball game. The wrong choice on that one. That one goes incomplete.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Picked off by Reed Blankenship.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire.
On the draw, it's Gibson.
And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Slings this deep from McLaurin. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Terry McLaurin, 32 yards.
And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes.
The extra point, a vital one, and he gets it to go. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away.
Taken in at the 3. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
Here comes another drive from this unit, and Charles, they're coming off a costly mistake on the last possession, an interception in a game that is very close right now.
Well, as we know, they all sting no matter what the situation, but in a one-possession game, that'll hurt a little bit more, but this is an excellent opportunity to make up for it on this drive. I just don't expect them to try and take huge gambles to make up that momentum in a hurry.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He's got a man. Complete. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th.
So on this drive, the rookie leads him into the end zone, Charles, and that helps cancel out the points that were created on the previous drive when he threw the interception.
Yeah, let's give some credit to this rookie because instead of hanging his head after his mistake leads to a touchdown, he comes back out and he's firing and made up for it right there. A well-executed series that helps reestablish some confidence in him to run this offense.
And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll start things out at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Back to throw, Fields. Gets this to Gibson, and he's going to pick up a first down here as that clock continues to run.
The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock.
All eyes on Fields.
He's going to let it fly.
He forces one there. It's a potential dagger as it's intercepted. Picked off by Blesson Austin. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. That one looks like he'll throw here. steps away. And now he'll let this one go deep, back over the middle. And now here is another interception.
Picked off by Shaquille Leonard, the linebacker. And the Ravens come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Like all great games, it came down to the final snap, Charles. They had to heave it and hope, but the Hail Mary ultimately intercepted, and that's your ball game.
Yeah, and you never want to be in a situation where your entire game comes down to throwing a jump ball as far as you can. But in that situation, you want to loft it up and hope one of your guys can win in the air. This time, though, it was the defender who got up there, and that was the end of the ball game. Close one throughout. One team just had a little bit more at the end than the other.
So for Houston, they continue to roll as the win gets them to 12-2 on the year.
Come and get me.